Hey, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor. And Leo, I have got your August forecast, or should I say, great, grand, glorious Leo. I have your August forecast. First, I want to share one more time a couple of things that seem to keep coming up. A lot of people are studying astrology nowadays. And when I studied astrology, the books out were really hard to understand. I began my astrological studies in 1966. Yeah, like covered wagon days. Um, and we didn't have the internet, etc. So the books we had were older books, and now they've been updated. There are more new astrologers out there. So let me suggest, and I'm a little biased, that you look at these two books because I wrote them. The first one I wrote in 1973, I think, and it's been updated. It's called Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? And you know that's a throwback to the time that we had to cast our charts by hand. And that's what my students would ask. I started teaching the math part to weed out the sincere from the insincere. Um, and so when they finished the grueling task of casting the chart by hand, they would say, now that I've cast it, what do I do with it? So that was my inspiration. This book is simple to understand and helps you unleash your inner astrologer. My most recent book is just a few weeks out there. Both of these are on Amazon. It's called Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. And this particular book helps you read your programming. You can actually read your childhood programming in your birth chart. Astrology is just so amazing. So, this is for the person who wants a better understanding of themselves and why they do the things they do based on the programming they receive. Once you know what your programming is, you can start getting a handle on it. Okay, now, Leo, great, grand, glorious Leo. All the activity is right here. Excuse me. It's pollen season in Atlanta. Let's look at this gorgeous forecast. First of all, the sun, the yellow planet, is the giver of life. Wherever it is, that's the area of life that lights up. You can bring life to that area. Well, it's in your first house of your solar chart. And that's you saying, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. And you're also saying, well, I always do that. Yeah, you do. And everybody loves it because the party does not begin until you arrive. On the 22nd, the sun moves into your second house of money. And that's when money is foremost and you can create more of it. That's it right there. It's beautiful. Now, Mercury, the blue planet, is what we think about and talk about. It's in your first house, so you've been talking about yourself and thinking about yourself. Well, cool. Cool. Somebody's got to do it. And once a year, when the sun and Mercury are in your first house, that's you doing it. Okay. On the 11th of August, Mercury moves into your second house of money. Now, Mercury is what we think about and talk about. And that's what we put our attention on. And whatever you put your attention on grows. Oh, yeah. And so it stays in that second house, giving you all kind of ideas about money and what you want to do to create it. And then on the 30th, it moves into your third house, which is its natural house of communication. And you're going to be talking, sharing ideas. And we'll talk about that in September. Okay? So lots of me first. It's your turn. Lots of money, ideas. Great. And Venus, the planet of money and beauty and art and all things beautiful, has been sitting in its own house, the second house, helping you create gifts. After all, this is the season of your birthday. And on the 16th, it moves into your third house and you're filled with loving ideas. Are you writing a book? It could be a romance book, a romance story. Um, this is a terrific time for short trips. Now, if you can't travel physically, do it online. Lots of things you can see online, even better than if you're there. So, Mars, the red planet. Wow. Mars is what we put first. It's what we fight with and fight for. In your second house of money, when Mars is sitting there, you create money because you're driven to do it. You're ready to do it. You want to do it. And you do it. And it's going to be in that second house all month. Gorgeous. Go for it. The new moon is on the 8th in 16 of Leo. Find that in your birth chart. With the first house moon, you're saying, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want, out of my way or the highway. And you're putting your attention on yourself. Good. Once a year, everybody gets to do this. It's your turn. And then the full moon on the 22nd is in 29 degrees, 37 minutes of Aquarius. Even though it's technically in the seventh house of partnership, it is 1 degree behind the eighth house of other people's money, of secrets, of transformation, of psychic awareness. And so this is when joint financial arrangements come to a head. This is when you ask about a secret and the answer arrives. This is when transformation occurs. Don't you just love that? I do. So that is your awesome forecast, Leo. Please join me next month when once again we take a look at your forecast. Until then, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.